Alright, this technique is called rising guillotine. This is a Mills technique. You're not going to find anything like it in the Parker system. Working for inside of a left roundhouse punch. I wouldn't necessarily use this one on a jab or or even a straight left. It's more of there's a little bit of an arc to the punch, and if there's an arc to it, this works great. Right? Another thing that's a little bit different on this is one of the things you want to think about when you look at your techniques in the fight. When you're dealing with a ballistic attack, you want to think of the 4 basic positions you're going to find yourself in. Okay? Let's kind of look at this for a moment, and we'll do it from my back so you can get an idea of what's going on. All right? If the person is facing me in a right neutral bow and his left hand is out, his right hand is out. All right? So in this position here, go ahead and extend it all the way out. All right? Normally you're going to find yourself in one of 4 positions, and then of those 4 you're going to find yourself usually in 2 positions. All right? So if I'm dealing with the right hand, I'm either going to be right lead inside, left lead inside, or right lead outside, or left lead outside. Those are your 4 basic positions. Now what usually happens is you kind of fall to 2 of them. You either fall to left lead outside or right lead inside. And that's where a lot of our techniques come from. Now let's go to the other side. Switch stances. Now we're back to that same idea again. One of those 4 positions on the outside of a left hand. Right? Right lead outside, left lead outside. You're not going to see too many techniques like this. And on the inside, right lead inside, left lead inside. Okay? So this technique is going to be built off that premise. And let's come around back to here again. The idea is it's a fight. We're thinking of in a fight situation. So as he throws that left hook, boom, it's just going to pop right on out. Now the book is a classic extended outward block, back fist, catching the jaw, the temple, whatever happens to be available. Now you can also look at it a couple of different ways, depending on angles and tightness. If he's close, I can just come in here, and there's my wedge and my cover. All right? And then from right there, I'm going to just drop down. So let's go back, create a little more distance so we can work the idea of the technique. He throws the punch, outward block, back fist. Okay? From there, I'm going to drive in, just chop straight down, boom, and clear. All right? And there my left hand becomes that positional check. So I have 1, 2. From there, I'm just going to let it round off. And there's my hammer catching spleen or floating ribs, and then coming back and catching the spleen or floating ribs from the front. So 1, 2, I like to check back out, and as that check comes back out and that hammer comes in, I'm just going to make a little circle and then kick right to the inside of the right leg. Boom. Okay? That's going to open him up and bring him down. And as he comes down, I'm going to land. And this is straight out of Form 2, land, and then rotate up with that guillotine. That's going to bring his head forward, and this is going to come up and just slice his head clean off. A little quick adjustment step with my left foot. Think of it as a front switch with a little bit of an angle of deviation. And as I come up, buckle, hammer. Now, the book from there goes into a lock, a choke, or a throw. Okay? I'm going to leave that one out, that little piece out for right now, because one of the things I've found on this technique is it never gets that far. Punch comes in, boom, there's that shot. In most cases, when I work this with another black belt and we're making some contact, boom, it's over. That little crashing, catching that spleen from the outside, or at least from a lateral shot, is very destructive and painful. Boom, and now we're tenderizing it, and then that kick. Now think about this kick for a second. I'm going to push his leg. I'm going to kind of kick and push as he takes the weight off it so it doesn't damage him. Boom. Look what happens to that hip. it drops, all right? And as it drops, boom, that head is gonna snap back so hard and so fast from this shot, and that sets up everything else as I come in and buckle, and then get that rest of it, and then, again, we're starting to play pool at this point. Boom, and down he goes, and that head usually drops so fast, and a lot of times that leg is gone, he's dropping to his knees. I found that when you start making contact, I have a lot of difficulty pulling out the choke and the throw on the end of that. So I usually leave it out. If you want to use it, have fun using it. Again, one more time, punch comes in, boom. And you can kind of get a feel of how this technique rolls. This has turned into one of those classic Mills techniques. Lightning fast, very powerful, very destructive. Rise the Guillotine. Have fun with it.